Hey guys, this is Hawk. Welcome back to the channel and to Mine Mogul. We are going to be working today. We've now officially got the vertical bulk sorter set up, and I did mention at the end of the last episode I was going to try to work my way towards another casting furnace, which I did, and I got all of this set up the way that we were kind of aiming for in the last episode, but it just took a little while to get there. I mentioned that I was going to divert the coal and the gemstones this way, which I did in fact do. That way we had room for some other stuff. Well, I think it was because I needed the other casting furnace in here, which meant I needed the coal to come in. You can see the coal's going in over here in order to produce steel. So that one is producing iron. It's not producing very much iron because of the, I think that if you put it on the angle that it's on, it tends to bias the one that falls along the straight. But whatever the case may be, we are producing everything at this point. So what I have going on here for this end is I have the gemstones being split out here, and they're taking this path. And then I have the coal coming this way, and it's being diverted, half of it this way and half of it this way. And that half is going up here in order to try to create more gemstones. It doesn't matter if the gemstones going through here, they don't get destroyed. And then of course they come down through here. I have this sorter just in case any coal would make it through. That way it goes back onto the belt to run again. Otherwise, the gemstones go through here and they get polished at the end. So they should be looking beautiful. Now, I'm having some problems occasionally with things getting stuck and not going properly through here, but you will see that I've got 5 different lines coming in here now because it was causing it was definitely causing some issues back in this vicinity where they were all trying to merge up, especially because of all the plates trying to merge together and stuff. But the way that I've got this set up, other than that, which is the coal and the gemstones, I've got 3 lines for everything at this point. So this, of course, I said is steel. This is iron. So basically everything I've got rods, plates, ingots. Rods, plates, ingots for iron. Rods, plates, ingots for, this is gold, and rods, plates, and ingots for copper, and the copper ingots get polished over here because I had this little debacle with this. So again, this does not quite give us what we're gonna need. Well, you know what? Maybe it will. Just sitting here thinking about it. So the way you make pipes is that you put 2 plates together. And the way you make the threaded rods is that you put the rods in the machine. So perhaps we might be able to do splitters and go a little bit vertical with those at some point. And then maybe we would have everything we need. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far. Whatever the case may be. We're starting to run into some congestion issues here. That's odd. This should no longer be a merger. Clearly that was never fixed at any point. Should be okay for the moment, but I should get that back at some point because I need mergers. So I would like to, at some point here, I would like to get these converted into casting furnaces as well, although they don't have a ton of stuff coming their way right now. But these will have to be turned into walled conveyors, because one of the things we're going to do today is we're going to put down some more miners. So I know that there's some up at the top of this hill that we already had belted up. We just never put the miners on them, so let's go do things. Let's go get more stuff being produced, because if we have not overloaded our lines, let's do it now. All right, you're a regular miner, and you're a regular miner. You guys should now be good. I already had you belted up. I don't really know how or why, but you're belted. Oh, look, you can be turned into a merging conveyor now. Oh, let's turn you off for just a second. Let's let this last piece go through. And just so that there's not a mess on the ground. Oh, we need to turn you off as well. Because actually what needs to be done is the merger needs to be put here. And then you just need a regular. There you go. All right, turn you back on. Where we can, we're going to eliminate those. Whoops. Turn on, not off. Turn on. All right, now, where else can we go with these miners? So again, I'm just kind of looking around. If you hold conveyor belts, it shows you where the miners can go. I mean, you can hold the miners too, but it's a really big ghost image and it's hard to see. Let's go this way. Was there anything down here? I feel like once we got into the back section there was. I've already got miners down there. I think if we go around here. I don't remember if I ever brought... Oh, look at there's... This is 5,000. We should be able to open this. And let's go ahead and detonate. Honestly, I thought that's supposed to work. Okay, what is in here? Do you have anything? There's a miner. Oh, it's gold. Are you the only one? This looks like a secret waiting to happen back here. I could put down some lights. Let's go ahead and put a light here. And does this go anywhere, I guess is the question, or is it literally just a whole bunch of... Just brought us out on the other side. Okay, so less secret. All right, but you are definitely... You're gold. So what we could do here, we just need to figure out where we would belt this through. Would we come through here? Or would we go this way? Wait, there isn't a this way. Everything comes out here. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It would just come straight to here. Oh, look, we should put another merger conveyor here because we've got merger conveyors. Let's wait till that goes through, and then we'll take you and put you there, and look, it's beautiful. We don't have any more of those, but yeah, this is, and then we've got stuff down here. I'm pretty sure we never hooked this up. I don't think I can get through there. Oh, we needed to blow this up. Okay, let's blow you up. I'm surprised I never did that, because this literally comes right out here. Huh, that was weird of me. What do you have? This is a bunch of coal and copper. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3 miners. I should be able to probably belt all that stuff up, and I would be able to get those couple... I could probably get those couple gold ones right away, too. Let's see here. So where would we come out? So you're... Okay, yeah, you export this way. Let's go ahead and put some lights down so we can see what's going on here. Okay, and then probably would turn you this direction. Go that way. Gosh, you'd need to come downhill. Can you do that? You sure can. And then we put a merger that direction. You're gonna come... Then we should be able to put a merger... there. Now I think we should just be able to come straight out until we get to here. We'll bring you down. Now I think it's just a matter of running it out this direction, right? I guess we'll see in a minute. Let's go ahead. Oh, we're going to need to go uphill here, apparently. So I... Probably dumb to bring it down then, right? Just keep it up on that level. Let's bring you around here. One more, I suppose. Nope. I want to turn there. Okay. Now. I'm out of conveyors. That hasn't happened for a while. Let's get the miner's place down and turned off so that I can sort of see... You're not a miner, you're a miner. Let's turn off, turn off, turn off. So they all look good. I just need a whole bunch more conveyors. Now, these guys up at the top of the... Oh gosh, let's get rid of these. What is this? Is that a geode? I'll bet it is. Geodes are one of the things that come out of the really big miners. Where were those gold sections? Here, maybe? Let's get rid of this stuff. What am I stuck on? A drill bit or something. Okay, now, to get you guys... How many of you were there? There was you. And you. I think that was it. Yes. Definitely need to put another light down. Okay, lights. I have taken off my hot bar. Here, we'll put it back here by this miner. Okay, let's go grab a bunch of conveyors, but we should be able to route all of that out. That's weird. We should be able to route that all out the same direction, is what I'm thinking. I don't think... Yeah, I think it was going to be down there. We just need to grab... How are we doing here? I mean, we're making progress. I do have 2 research tickets, too, and I've not actually done anything with them yet. So one of the things we need to do is we need to get gear casting molds. Let's grab 2 of these. Oh, this is going to make things complicated, though. I just thought about it because I've got these lines split so that this is ingots. So basically, this replaces this mold. How am I going to do that? This is where I mentioned we might have to start going vertically, because at some point we're going to need to do pipes and threaded rods as well. So this might be eventful. I don't know. We'll hang on to these guys for now. Let's just shove them over here with this pile of stuff that I keep, just in case. And you can have these, because I'm no longer going to use those. All right, now, we need a whole bunch more conveyors. I ran out of money for conveyors between episodes when I was trying to get everything. You know what? Let's just grab more of these guys right away. More of these guys. More of these guys. Probably gonna need a bunch more of these too. Because as we start belting things up here, we're probably going to need to start replacing some of these lines with the walled conveyors. Goodness, this is going to get eventful, folks. Hang on to your hats. All right, so you're going to be coming... We're going to be bringing a line out this way. What if we just... go right here, and let's work our way backwards. Okay, I need to go up again, which means I need... Let's just take these both out. All right, and then you... Let's turn here. Let's try to keep a little bit of a pathway for ourselves to walk in case we need it. I guess that'll be fine. I was sitting here thinking that maybe it was kind of dumb to... Is this gonna work? So far it looks like it's gonna work. Rust. Okay, let's get off the conveyor belt. Clearly I'm hitting my head. Did I know this was here? Are you something? No, you're not. Let's grab all this stuff and shove it on the conveyor. There you go. Good luck and happy processing. Okay, let's keep going here. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep it as close to, I think, to the wall as possible because, well, at least it'll give me room to walk. All right, here we go. Which means I'm going to actually need to bring this over one. Let's go ahead and get rid of these and take these back one more, just because, yes, room to walk is good. That is perfect, actually. All right, let's turn on all auto miners. It'll turn these 3 on without me having to... Oh, you know what? I just turned on those gold ones that we set up. And they're not belted up yet. Let's go fix those. Where are the gold ones? Yep, I sure did. Turn off. And turn off. All right, let's get you coming out this direction. I totally just put one in the wall. And we'll try to do like the other one. We'll stay close to the wall here if we can. Probably going to need to merge here. That actually is perfect. Let's go up. And again, I think. Gonna need to get rid of this guy. That was almost too easy. Okay, turn on. And turn on. There we go. Now we got some more gold production as well. So that takes... Helps if you connect it, though. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I already had it all belted on this end, and I absolutely did not. Now, where were we running this? Were we running it up, or... I don't think I was running it through here. Where was I running it? Part of me thought I was running it down to where we just hooked up all the other stuff. Oh, right here. Right here. Let's turn you off for just a second. I'm just gonna grab this. I'm not gonna wait. There we go. Now, let's run backwards here. Again, try to keep it close to the wall, so we'll do this. We could use a light. And we need to go up again, unfortunately. Okay, we got stuff falling off here. It's fine. There, that's connected, and we just need to send you guys down here, and that should be everything. Should probably grab that broken drill bit because I don't know where that's... I don't know how that's going to sort. Okay, let's leave that off for now. Okay, now we've got a bunch more gold production. That should all be headed out here. Yeah. Oh, I didn't put a merger here. Okay. That wasn't too bad. We didn't lose too much stuff off of there. Perfect. Now, what other areas of the mine have we not been to? We were up there. I think there's some stuff up there. There totally is. I think one of those is one of the heavy miners, so I don't think we can do anything about that. Yeah, that's that one. You, however... Is there more back here? Yes, but, well, we've already got those set up. Where do you go? Oh, dead end? Okay, you. Where is your output? I think it's here. Perhaps we should put a light, then we would be able to see. That way? What's the best way? You know what? We're just gonna run this. We're gonna do this way. Basically right down on top of the head of this miner. That should be everything we need. Just need to put the miner down. Run out of miners. We're not getting a ton of rods going here, apparently. Oh, that's interesting. That would be why. They don't make it. So it gets caught in here, and then that... Okay, well, that's going to be a problem. We'll figure that out in a minute. Let's grab another miner. A couple miners, probably. There we go. We could eliminate those by putting in the casting furnaces, but I would have to reconfigure this. So what I probably would have to do is I would have to bring those things... Uh-oh. This is about to get overwhelmed. Yeah, the sorter here is not keeping up. Okay. Well, we should be able to get another one of the casting furnaces. Oh gosh, that's going to require some stuff, though. Oh. Double ingot. Okay. Yeah, it's going to require a little bit of reconfiguring over here because... basically because obviously these casting furnaces, they take like 3 spots. What would be the best way to do this? This would be the opportune moment too to put in the walled conveyors there, so that'll be a good time for that. So let's see. I bought a miner for something. Did I? I didn't put the miner in here. That's what I was wondering. Okay, let's go ahead and put you... You're not a miner. You're a miner. Okay, there we go. Turned off. Okay, just wait here for everything to finish getting processed here, but that'll make things, if we're able to do that, that will actually make things better as far as we will get more consistent results for the copper rods. Well, we would get results for the copper. We're not getting results for copper rods right now. All right, guys, it is getting crazy around here. We are rebuilding. Surprise! All right. What I figured out is that there's a path up here that actually will take all of the resources out around through this top area and over to the vertical bulk sorter, which is great because that means that there is less stuff competing for space down at the other end. Let's see. Do I need to go this way to get this through here? Yeah, it looks like it. And then you, and then need to bring this back down at some point here. Maybe I should have done that already. Let's go ahead and I have problems connecting from on top of the conveyors like that. Right, here we go. I fell. We're just about connected with this line. And then I can show you what I did with the casting furnace. Oh my gosh. Okay, with the casting furnaces. Let's go ahead and shove this back in the corner. And then we'll go ahead and start turning this guy. Well, maybe too soon. If I can go down one more. Here we go. Because what I need to do is I actually need to connect over there. So let's go ahead and we're going to start. I'm, of course, using walled conveyors. Do I have... I think I made sure I had merge. Yeah. Walled mergers. We're going to loop this around here. I need to get rid of this thing. Okay, and then we're going to merge right here. Okay, and then we're just going to keep coming down through here, which is what we had done before. It's just that I needed more space for all production at the top. And so I kind of tore everything down again. Oh, you know what? I have to stay higher now. I forgot. I have this. I raised that thing really, really high. Let's go ahead, though. I would like to use these places where I can. I would like to continue using these conveyors. How are we going to connect these? Because what I need to do is I need to bring... Gosh, maybe this was a bad idea for these ones. Maybe we'll keep these down low and then kind of wrap up around, maybe? Maybe that's the smart way to do this. Let's go ahead and grab our regular corners because I have a bajillion of them. And we'll loop back over there. And then I need my regular conveyors because I'm running out of money again. So I would like to use the regular ones where I can. This is too far. And then let's go up. I think this is correct. Yes, and then we can get a regular merger here. That was not correct. There we go. And like I mentioned, we'll just bring this kind of right up beside where the other one's going to go. And then we should just be able to merge that. Why was that not connecting? I have no idea. Okay, we'll just merge it right onto here. There we go. Okay, so then it's going to loop into here. This guy is going to continue to go, like, straight over as much as possible. If we need to raise it, we will. I think we do, actually. I just raised this thing up a ton. Just so that we had as much space to work with as possible because it's still too far. I put the casting furnaces down there. You can kind of see them. Okay, I'm getting confused now because now it looks like it's not correct. Okay, now I've fallen. That looks about right, other than it's on the wrong height. I'm having problems here. Let's go up one more layer here. That was going the wrong direction. There we go. Now we should be able to do corner here, I think. Am I stuck on... Maybe not. Okay. Let's grab this guy while I still can. Okay, now. That loops all of the materials, I think. Not quite. I gotta connect that line yet. Oh, and I have to connect that line as well. This was just me getting everything that was coming from that direction, which is the bulk of everything we have. And I have to put the stuff back in here, which is going to be eventful. However, you can see that it's the same type of thing I've got going here. So this crusher is going to come up here. And now I've got a casting furnace here that will probably do copper. And I think that was the one that was getting overloaded. I still don't have a whole ton of gold, so we'll probably put gold in this outside one. And what I was thinking is we might be able to, at that point, maybe start things going vertically. Then same thing I had going here. I've got a splitter, so we'll be able to do iron in this one and steel in this one, because we'll need to bring coal into here. And that is because we are going to have this just like it was before. It's going to go this direction. But we're going to split off. I might have to move this guy, put it in here a little bit. But I'm going to have to get some coal into here. Yeah, I think that if we just do... All we need now is like a splitter here. Why am I being raised? That's weird. I should have a couple splitters yet because, well, I took them out of everything. Wait a second. Think through this, because this is about to be a debacle if I set this up this way. What we need here, we're going to need a sorter first. So let's put this in here. Yeah, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to sort... Where's my sorter baskets? Okay, and then we'll grab coal and bring it this way. So what we're going to do here, everything that comes out of here is still going to be gems and coal, just like it was before. We're going to continue sending gems forward so that they don't get destroyed. And then what we'll do here is we will put a... Here's where we will put the splitter. There. And then we should be able to loop this guy around here. Otherwise, loop it back into here. And now we just need a merger. Okay, so does that make sense? Everything that comes out of here is going to be gemstones and coal. We will put gemstones... We'll put coal in here so that it goes out to the side. Gemstones will continue forward. And then the coal will be split so that part of it goes down into to feed the steel furnace. The other part of it will continue on with the intention of making rubies and other gemstones. And apparently I need to start going back down here because I'm hitting my head. I mean, I guess that doesn't matter for the purposes of the... It doesn't matter for the purposes... I need all of you, I think. This is... Yeah, these are the ones... Okay, let's get these... Well, I must have grabbed all of these intentionally. So this is... Uh-oh. I just lost them all. Everything. Okay, there we go. I managed to get it all. This goes here. Yes. So that is a coal or a coal ore, a coal nugget, emerald, ruby, diamond. And then we will have to put coal in the other side of that as well. That doesn't matter too much. We at least won't lose the gemstones for starters. And then this side is still going to be the same stuff. It's going to be copper and gold, which I'm going to need to go get. I think that when I removed this before, I think it got destroyed. I think it fell down. Actually, this... You are not... You're iron. This is gold. And this is a gold nugget. So all I need is a copper ore. Oh, I forgot I have these, because these go in something else too. Okay. That's what I needed. I needed the coal nuggets and the coal ore to go up that side then. Okay, so that's all set up. So then I just need, like I said, the copper and the gold and the nuggets of both of those to go into here. Which actually, I think the gold stuff is easy enough to get from here. Because I've got a bunch of it. Yep. Let's grab you and you. Put you together. Okay. Just one of each, please. Get you out of the way so you don't mess this up. Now I've got emeralds. Okay. Alright guys, I finally got it all set up. Be glad you were not part of that process. It was exhausting. This now has a copper ore, a copper nugget, a gold ore, and a gold nugget. So they should both be going this way. Same thing here. I have a copper nugget and a copper ore, which means those will go out this side. The gold will continue on. Everything iron should go straight down. I fell, and again, this is going to filter out the coal ore and the coal nugget. Up here, we're getting that also with the gems. There should be, yes, there's a coal nugget underneath there. Now, all we have to do is additionally, we've got to finish hooking up those other lines. But then this is where I'm going to be giving myself more space for future building. So we now have, these all have just regular ingot molds in them right now. So for now, we're going to go ahead and put just the regular, let's just put regular conveyors off of all of these. And these should just really just at this point, they should just line up with, let's get the regular corners back on as well, or this guy. And that way, yeah, we're gonna have to like divert all of these. So let's see here. You know what? Let's start this one. They're not quite, you know, it's not going to be lined up precisely. So let's go ahead and you know what? If I move this, can I keep going this direction? No. Well, yes, actually I can. Where does this attach? I'm gonna need my slopes. Does this now connect? I think it does. Okay, so that should be what I have to do here is to connect all of those, get them all linked to their appropriate lines. And then, like I said, that one is going for copper ingots, but this, as you can see, this needs to kind of go up and attach to that in some way, shape, or form. So is the best method, it might be to turn it around, to be honest. We'll go back the other direction. Instead of bringing it this way, same thing. Let's keep this open for production, right? So let's go ahead and turn you this way, and then we will put you, and you, and you, and you. And then this will be the place where we turn. We'll come this direction. We're going to get a merger here, except we're going to get the regular mergers, not the walled ones, because this doesn't have a ton of stuff on it by this point in the... There we go. I took a little bit, and we're going to need to start going up here. And this should be able to link right in, I think, then to all of this copper stuff that we've got going on. So if we turn this way, here, 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 go up again, I guess. interesting, actually. Maybe we'll just bring this, rather than linking it up with the copper and then, you know, trying to merge all of that later. This is kind of coming up right on the angle that we need it to be, right? Am I stuck because of this stalactite here? Oh, stupid cave. All right, guys, I finished getting that connected and then I fell. So there's a thing. I did mention we have research tickets too. Now these guys, how are we getting that up there? Probably just going up straight from the get. This thing I think comes off, if I'm not mistaken. That comes off right here is where that, once we get the heavy miner, that's where that's gonna go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up from here. We're just gonna shoot straight up as high as we can go. We'll make a turn here because we've run out of space. And let's go out for a couple here just so I can get out from underneath this thing. Okay, there we go. That took a little bit. And then I think that should be on the correct level. And then we just need to merge it in here with this guy, with the merger conveyors that I already have. And I don't know if you've noticed, I've started like sticking these things in the wall. Just so we've got light. I think that is everything. Other than that, like I said, I need to connect all those casting furnaces up. But like I said, I think this sets us up pretty well, unless we start running into a place where we need multiple casting furnaces. Like if we get so much iron that we can no longer handle the production of it, that should allow us... Oh, I have to, shoot. I've got to finish the line over here for the... I've got to finish this line for... What is this? Let's put this back on and this back on. This is for the coal and the gemstones. This is also not done. So the way that this worked before is that I had it diverting coal. Oh, we won't need to do that this time. The coal's already diverted. Like half of it anyway. So let's bring this out here. And let's get a turn onto here. And I might have done that too soon. I think this should work. And then I just need to go kind of straight up until I get to the, I've run out. Let's just put regular slopes on for now because I have them. And this shouldn't be an overabundance of materials. All right, does that... That's actually too high. Fine. We will go this way. Okay, that connects the gemstones. Like I said, let me get this belted up. You know what? You guys haven't been around for too much of this stuff. Why don't you just belt it up with me? We'll do it all together. I'd already mentioned that, you know, these episodes, they tend to take me a little while, and so... to do all of the grinding, and I said that if we were going to do a channel like this, I was probably going to need to, shorten the episodes in some way, shape, or form, and so continuing to cut things out is probably not going to be the most beneficial for you guys. We need some light in here. That'll be okay. All right. This one, of course, this is going to continue needing to be split. There's just no two ways about that. All right, let's keep going here. What we can do here is this just going to kind of domino outwards, right? So do that. And then that. I hope I've got enough room left for this. And then that. And then that. We're going to run into a problem here. We might have to divert the way that we're doing that. And then you this way. You go one sooner. And then this. And then you go here. I know it looks a little bit like spaghetti right now. I promise this should be correct. All right, let's get the corners on. And then you will go that way, and that way, and that way, and that way. Now, I did not account for the fact that I might have to bring some of those down maybe a little bit sooner. These are all okay, actually. Those are all good. Like I said, we will have to, at some point, start going for verticality here. If we're going to try to make everything, that's just all that's going to... It's going to be the only way to do it, you know? I'm going to have to remove this one, I think, because I'm going to need to bring... I need to make sure this guy gets in here, in other words. You know what? I can go one more out here, actually. That'll give me some... We can wind our way back through here. Maybe it'll be okay. We'll just have to move you. Put you here instead. Now, you need to go down. You need to go down one sooner, actually. Because this is where we're going to do this whole thing. We're going to put a splitter here. Actually, I didn't have to go down one sooner. All right, we're going to do... splitter here. Maybe splitter back one further. And we will wrap that around like that. And then we will put another splitter. This should be a better setup, I think. Because I don't think any of them should get caught in like a cross flow this way. All right, that takes care of the gold. Now we just need to finish getting the last of these. How do I get these other three? All right, guys, I think the answer is that I already started with verticality. I sent these ones to go up after they're done, these last three. This one, just because of logistics, it had to go down and underneath things. Otherwise, it was getting caught on this ramp, and I needed that ramp to be where it was. I think this is ready to go, guys. Do I have everything hooked up? Am I sure? Because I sometimes forget stuff, and then there's like piles of stuff laying all over the place. Like, I never broke these down, so these should be fine. And I brought that line. That line is still going. It's running underneath the shaker tables here. And I brought that, I made sure that was connected, and these guys are connected, and these are looping up under here, which is this big old line I ran this direction. And those are looping around up there, and the copper is looping that way. I think it's all ready. Let's find out. Let's get everything going and see what happens here. But I think we should have, and like I said, this will allow us, setting all the casting furnaces back here, we should have the ability, I would imagine, either to set up more casting furnaces, maybe going out this direction, or even if I add like a one gap in between them, I could bring some of the ores this way and put them into another casting furnace in front. So I can either continue to do casting furnaces that direction, or casting furnaces like in row 1, row 2, something like that, if I need more. Because I am trying to think ahead along the lines of like how we're going to do the pipes and the threading rods. Like I said, there is the other option too of I could potentially take, so this is ingots on these plain ones, but I theoretically could maybe take the plates and you take those up and then you put like you could put a splitter on them. not sure how you could do it. Put a splitter on them and send one straight through to make a plate, and then one like up and around to go into the pipe machine, is what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. All I know is I think this is gonna work. I think. I mean, I shouldn't. Why aren't you going through? Do I have this the wrong direction? Because if I do, this is going to be a pain in the butt. Let's just grab everything here. I need to keep these for sure, because that's what's going to filter things. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with slag ingots down at the bottom. I need to get through here. This is why you need the pipe wrench. Now, let's go find out, did I have this sorting conveyor? It's fine. We'll lose some stuff down there as long as it doesn't, like, congest things up here. All right, I might have had it going backwards. Let's just take that away for the moment. I need to get this stuff in here before I do anything. All right, guys, I got some beeping going on. I think, I'm not really sure how it happened, but I think possibly one of the copper nuggets got pulled out of this sorting basket, and I think it was going the wrong way. So all of those down there for the steel and the... Oh, I should probably go... They probably can't all get through because the slag ingots don't go through. Let's get all these off here. Let's get them... Get you off. Get you off. Get you off. And you off. And you. Okay. You. Okay. Good lord, that stupid slagging it. Okay. I think that was what happened. All right, so let's recap. We rerouted all of the original resources with walled conveyors way up over there and brought them to a much higher location for the bulk sorting conveyor. We set up another casting furnace. I didn't have enough money to do all 4 of them because the casting furnaces cost $32,000. But so far it looks like we're actually able to keep up with all of the production for it. So over here, of course, we're going halvesies on the iron. So half of it's going that way, half of it's going this way. This is making iron products. This is making steel because that way we've got coal that's actually going both directions as well. Some of it's going to possibly be turned into rubies and diamonds. The rest of it's coming down here to feed the smelting furnace. And then, of course, on this side, we've got copper and gold coming out, and then the copper is coming out this side to go in the smelting furnace, or the casting furnace. And this is just a regular blast furnace that's doing gold for right now, and it looks like it's keeping up just fine. Until we add some more miners. What have I done? Okay. I made a mistake. Well, I've got copper going through that side, which doesn't matter much, as long as it gets to where it's going. Although it's probably not going to get to where it's going because it can't go through these slag ingots. Oh my gosh. There's so many slag ingots and they're just blocking everything. Some of it's getting through. There we go. And there's that one. And then this should be the last one blocking it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. You can go as an ingot. Oh, I missed. Hey, finally. Okay. Everything cleared? Yeah. Guys. I feel like this is big progress. And like I said, the reason... I thought I heard one start beeping again. The reason I kind of moved everything down here into its own lines was I was kind of trying to avoid some of this. Clearly, at some point, we're going to have to fix this problem. There is actually a, I don't know if we can actually unlock it yet. Actually, I think it's the research tree. Bigger deposit box. We need a ticket and 100,000. And then it'll make this, instead of a 1x2 sales bin, it'll be a 2x2, which should fix this problem, I hope. But right now, we've got 2 research tickets. Let's do one more thing before we end here. Let's grab this guy. Right now, I don't need steel ingots. Which one is going to... So steel's on the outside here. So it's the 3rd one in, which is this guy. So we're going to go ahead and eject this mold, and we're going to put the gear mold in so that we start working towards eject mold 1, and we'll put the gear in. I would like to have you back, please. Okay, we've now got steel gears being made. So that is something, like I mentioned, so probably what it's going to end up turning out to be is we'll have gears coming from one of those slots, and then the other two will make ingots, which will feed plates and pipes and threaded pipes and rods and whatever all else we end up having to make. But I think that is going to be it for this one. We've got production a little more quickly set up, and like a little... It's prepped for future expansion now. Like I said, getting those casting furnaces pushed back so that we have more room up here to maybe go vertical to start doing things like, and I bought a bunch of these, by the way. I've only got like 4 left, but like we should have the ability here to, you know, make these guys, yeah, to be able to put these in so that we could actually redirect some things to go vertical. I'm excited about that fact. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this one. So if you are enjoying this, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed and you're new here, this is my channel where I do automation and sim games. Go ahead and subscribe if you're into that thing. I would appreciate all the support. And guys, thanks so much for joining me, and I will catch you guys in the next one.